Oh, hello. Welcome. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. I've been wanting to start this for a while, and I've been finding all sorts of reasons to delay and put it off, whether it was the commitment of putting out a video a week, or it was wanting to have it all planned out and have all these episodes planned out in like this cinematic way, and then just perfectionism stalling the whole process. And today I just decided that I need to just start, and we're just going to allow it to unfold. We're going to hang out in my studio, we're going to go on adventures, we're going to talk about art and painting, and we're going to talk about including art into everything that you do, down to the way you prepare your meals for yourself, the little things, just putting a little bit of creative spark and creative spirit in your day-to-day travels. My name is Katie Swatland. I'm an artist, and I'm just going to take you along in my days. There's so many things I wanted to share with you, and I didn't know how to organize it, so I figured I'd just jump right in, and we'll figure it out along the way, and it'll just be fun. Welcome. So today is monumental. It's a special day. Today I am starting officially my story series. So part of the reason why I wanted to start this channel was to share with you this collection that I started years ago called Alchemy Visions. And I started it in solitary retreat, and then there was a point where I decided that I needed to kind of integrate more into coming out of this inner world and opening up my studio doors again and kind of reintegrating back into normal artist life rather than like retreat mode. And I've been doing that for a while, and the full collection is not finished yet. I do have videos that show the beginning of it, but with this series I hope to go into, or I will go into, where those how the remaining 3 that were left in the collection, how they've been coming along, and the things that I've been working on, and the things that have been challenging me, and the other projects I took on in order to support my creation of this large, epic collection of paintings that now I think I'm in my, I think it's been 4 years, but we'll get into timelines at another video. This is just to welcome you, and we're just going to jump right into what I'm doing now, and through this, the whole story of this collection of paintings and the paintings I'm working on in parallel will all come out, and I'm just going to take you along in my days, and we're going to find all the beautiful delights that each day has to offer, just the little things, the free delights that happen in our day-to-day that often go unnoticed. We're just going to take a moment. I'm going to take you through my day. I'm going to show you what the process is, like what a working studio kind of is like, or what my studio and my day-to-day of being an artist as a full-time job, what that means, what that looks like. Some of the things that I'm working on, or maybe all of the things that I'm working on. It's gonna be like a whole soup pot of all sorts of different things. So today is still summer. It's September. I feel like it's September 16th. I need to look at a calendar to double check, but let's just say it's September 16th. Summer is still here, though. It's an overcast, misty day, and there's a tinge of chill in the air, but it's cozy, and it's actually perfect lighting to video today and to show you this custom piece that I've been working on of a field of Queen Anne's lace. So we're going to be working on that, and also we're going to be putting my garden back together, which I draw a lot of inspiration from. We had some heavy rains and strong winds the other day, and it blew over all of my my trees and my flowers, and they're just resting. They've been doing this all summer. I think every week this summer we've had some sort of like torrential downpour. It's just been like a summer that's most unusual. So every week I found myself like tending to the plants, moving plants in so they wouldn't get like drown in the floods of water that were coming. But a lot of things survived and they grew beautifully. I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share where I'm at in this painting. As I mentioned, is a field of Queen Anne's lace. Last week I was working on it with a whole bunch of flowers that I picked from wild fields locally. And now, back to today, September 16th, those flowers have gone past their full blooming stage, but they've entered this other part of the life of a flower that I really find most beautiful, because within them there's so much opportunity for different shapes and colors. And when you look at a field of flowers from life, you'll see that you'll have flowers in bloom in all different stages, right? About to bud, just opening, fully open, and then going towards fully opening and starting to change and go back into the ground. So all of those phases are so important to put in a painting to make a painting feel like full of life and really like living. So we're going to jump right into where I'm at now, but I plan to in future videos. I've documented how I started this painting and how I took my references and the small paintings that I did in preparation for them. Like, for example, this is one of the studies that I did, and you can see that it's I'm now creating it large, and all sorts of different things happen when you take a small study to a larger work. There's a lot more areas to consider than that you can get away with maybe one brush stroke here, and on here it's like a big, a big space that you need to kind of create a new design within the composition. So it's a lot of fun, and we're going to get into that. It's just going to take time, but we're going to do a video a week. I've decided, I've committed to a video a week today, September 16th. I'll probably put them out on Sundays. We're going to see if I hold to that, but so far, every Sunday, here we are. We're going to be artists together. We're going to explore nature. We're going to create paintings. We're going to do drawings and watercolors, and we're going to garden, and we're going to enjoy tea, and we're going to pull out all the small little treasures in the day-to-day adventure that we are living as humans. So here we are. Today is also a special day, and I'll tell you why in a minute. We'll go to the other room, and I'll share why today is monumental. But here we are, we're jumping right in. We're going to allow it to unfold, and hopefully this will all make sense as the weeks go on. So thank you for being here. Let's continue with our story. Story number 1 on a cozy September summer day. Here we go. So here we are in the other room. You'll see me here a lot probably. Here is where I'm currently keeping a lot of the studies that I did in preparation to do the large paintings of the Alchemy Visions collection that I mentioned. And again, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but if you're curious about getting a snippet about what that collection is about and how I started it and where, and so you can better understand like where I'm at now, I'll put those links here. Is that how YouTube works? I'll put them here, or I'll put them in the description below. But you can get a kind of an idea for when I keep constantly referencing the Alchemy Visions collection, like what exactly I'm referring to. But these are right now where the studies are living as I work to complete that collection. But the important thing for today is what is in this box. And this was shipped to me from Lake Michigan Book Press, and they make, well, Crystal, she makes the most beautiful handmade sketchbooks. And I ordered 2. Let's open them. See what she says here. Hi Katie, these were so fun to make. Thanks for requesting them and leaving the thread choice in my hands. Can't wait to see what you fill the pages with. Cheers, Crystal. So she had on her Instagram stories shared a couple new papers for covers that came in, and I fell in love with two of them. The celestial, you'll see, beautiful papers, and I said, oh, would you make 2 books for me with these pages, and I'm open to the thread, but I want them to be like the stars. And so she went off and made these books for me. Let's open them. Oh, look at this one. Love that. Oh, these feel so soft. So these are the 2 books. I chose 2 different papers. One, I chose a painting more for dry media, markers, and crayons and writing because I have a plan for this one. And then this is one where I picked a heavier watercolor hot press paper so that I can do more water media and the paper will hold it. But gosh, it's just so beautifully put together with the most beautiful paper and attention to detail. She puts her stamp, Lake Michigan Press. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. So like I was saying, I messaged her and asked her if she would make these two books for me. This is not a sponsorship. I paid for these, and I'm just sharing them today because they're so special, and she does the most beautiful work. I'll put the link to her shop down in the comments below, and if I can figure it out, I'll also put like a YouTube link here. So let me explain to you why I got this book. And why I chose a paper more for writing and drawing with dry media is because starting tomorrow, I'm going to start a 40-day intentional practice. And it's going to be the first of multiple 40 days. And this is going to be the most relaxed one, I think. Kind of just easing into intentional living, getting back to being mindful of what I consume, both by eating but also by watching and what I'm listening to. Kind of use these as like a 40-day reset to kind of recharge and get back into a more mindful way of living. And I wanted to document this process. One of the things that's going to be included in these 40 days is an hour every day of some kind of movement. And I'm going to be flexible with that and allow it to evolve, but whether I spend an hour in child's pose and just watch my breath, or I have more of a rigorous practice or exercise that I want to do, but at least 1 hour of like meditative movement or just movement in general, in addition to doing a very short breath practice upon waking and a short one coming back to the breath right before I go to sleep. So you'll be hearing a lot about this 40-day intentional practice, and each day I'll write a little bit in this book, and I'll share kind of the challenges that I'm facing or things that I'm noticing that I'm really loving. I don't know, all sorts of things, and I wanted to mostly write about it, but perhaps I'll draw a few things. But this one is meant for just watercolor sketches, maybe in my garden, or we'll go to some of my favorite places. We'll look at nature and we'll do some watercolor studies. So that is also why today is monumental, because today is the day before I start this 40-day devotional, mindful practice. And actually the sun just started to come out here and it's getting rather warm, so I thought, why don't we go put my garden back together because it fell over after the storm, and maybe we can have some tea out there later, and I will write a few things in this book, and I'll mention that it's the start of the first 40-day practice, and I'll make a record of it, and you'll join me and we'll enjoy tea in the garden. So let's go and put that back together. I'll show you all the flowers. All right, let's go, round 3. We're doing this. I mean, this is happening. So it's a special day. Okay. So, you may notice we have a change of scenery. So, we are taking a small detour to the beach because the sun came out, the clouds cleared, and there's a full moon coming on Monday. I really cherish this time of year. So, we're pausing from putting the garden together, and we are taking off to my favorite beach because it's also low tide, so often, well, pretty much for a long time, there's been a low tide coinciding with the rise of a full and almost full and just full moon. So we're going to catch it, not only a beautiful moonrise, but catch it low tide, favorite conditions. The beach feels so expansive. There's lots of life to see. So here we go. I'll check back in when we get there. Okay, bye.